What's going on, guys? This is Jester from Jokes Aside StarCraft. Pretty much this is actually a little bit into a game. This is game number 5 between MrBreeSPR and OopsXiliTol, or as I'm going to call him, Oops. It's game number 5 in the SPR versus Vietnam clan/nation war. Now this game is a little bit of the way in. The stream started like this cast started like a minute 20. That is because there was a rather large extended pause at the start, and don't think really anyone needs to sit through that. It's just kind of Mr. Bree was adding a new mouse. So we do have Oops spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom right hand position, and Mr. Bree as the blue Zerg in the bottom left hand position. We do have Oops scouting pretty darn quickly, and that overlord of Mr. Bree will scout also. That pool is going down. That is pool before gas and before expansion. Now in the last game we did see Oops take on a very, very talented Mr. RS-SPR and on Metalopolis, and he did win that rather convincingly with pretty darn good Blink Stalker play. And we do once again see that Nexus first build from Oops. In the last game he did the exact same thing even on Metalopolis, and I'm interested to see whether in this game Mr. Bree can punish him for it. Early Zerglings or something like that. We do have Zerglings coming out right now. That Forge isn't even done yet, and once again we do have the extended natural taken by Mr. Bree, and that drone is just following around that probe trying to get a little bit of damage on him. Zergling's now going to be working on this pylon, try and take it down quickly so he can take his third. We do have another pause from Mr. Bree. Hopefully this one isn't too long, and we can be underway. Pretty much, yeah, what we've seen is that pylon go down on the natural to try and prevent that and now nope. Battlenet is hating on us today. It is absolutely crazy. Yeah, pretty much that pylon going down the natural does prevent the early expansion. The expansion, if it needs to go down, has to go down at a much more vulnerable position, and as we see, that natural is finally being taken. But yeah, it does just allow Oops to actually get up his defenses. That cannon is finished. The gateway is on the way. We do have this probe waiting out at the Zelnaga, and these Zerglings scouting around for any proxies, any probes, things like that. I reckon we'll see a Cybernetics core come down, and there we do. If we open up the production tab, we can see that 2 hatcheries are currently being constructed, and also drones behind it. But for Oops, we see the gas going down, the Cybernetics core going down, and a Zealot coming out, as well as a drone. Not a drone, he's not Zerg, it's a probe. And thing to note is the really, really good scouting from Mr. Bree with these Zerglings, being very, very active with them, which is always something that's important to do. Just sort of scouting for proxies, scouting for any hidden Zerglings to place proxies, and making sure that he's completely safe with having as much vision as he possibly can. We do see now a bit of a change from last game coming up. The Stargate going down. I think that's in full view of Mr. Bree. If we do look at his vision, he certainly did see that Stargate. So that might be a big, big tip-off. The second Stargate going down as well, so it looks like pretty big airplay. And at the moment, we don't see any reaction. That Overlord is not scouting that second Stargate just yet. If we look at the vision, he does not see it. So I'm keen to see how he does react. That Evo Bay is going down due to the 1 Stargate, but I'm not sure whether he'll expect the double Stargate pressure, which does compound that quite severely. We do have that Void Ray on the way right now. This Evo chamber is nearly done. I'm interested to see whether we'll throw down a Spore Crawler straight away. We do have the Phoenix also trying to pick off this Overlord over here, and the Void Ray straight over to the base. We do have that Spore Crawler going down, so two of them in fact. It looks like maybe one at the natural. No, maybe one at the third. Yeah, we do have one at the third. And a third one going down, one at the natural now as well. So one at every base, just to try and prevent early pressure. That Void Ray is now moving around, trying to clear the watchtowers, but he will take that straight back with those Zerglings in the middle. Overlord's now being forced to come back into the base as a Roach Warren goes down. He is now in fact supply blocked by 2. Looks like, yeah, this Overlord was picked off down here. We do have this Void Ray moving in, doing a little bit of damage, but not too much. Sort of shifted on by this Queen, who is in fact following this Void Ray. Maybe not the smartest decisions. Queens are ridiculously slow off of creep. We also see no lair tech at all from MrBree at the moment. But we do have Zerg missile attacks level 1, and finally that lair is going down. We have 4 gas going down as well, taking that heavy gas. And with just the 1 Spore Crawler here, and the Roach Warren here as well actually, these 3 Phoenixes and a Void Ray could do a significant amount of damage, I feel. Certainly pick off that Queen and that Overlord. 5 Phoenix now, a lot of Phoenix. And that Overlord will get picked off. That Queen looks like she may get picked off as well. She does, and another Spore Crawler does go down. That Queen dies almost instantly. 2 Queens now making their slow trudging way back to the natural. And yeah, we do have macro up. If we look at the Protoss base, as more and more Phoenix move in, with the Protoss base we do see a lot more gateways. 6 gateways now coming down, and double robos as well as that robotics bay. These Phoenix trying to poke in and do a little bit of damage. There is another Spore Crawler here. More and more roaches and lings here. I'm not quite sure what they can do in this situation. And we do have an observer coming out as well. Looks like these Phoenix just moving around, trying to gain a little bit of map control. A Void Ray coming out. It looks like 2 more Phoenix about to join the fray. And once they get into those big numbers, it becomes very hard for Zerg to deal with. Another Void Ray sitting at this watchtower, trying to claim it for his own. We do have a 4th base also going down for MrBree. These Phoenix trying to do some damage, but those Spore Crawlers doing a lot of damage to the Phoenix. They will pick off an Overlord. Nice micro on that Phoenix, moving the focus fired one away from that Spore Crawler. Another Overlord does go down. A free Queen, mismanaged a little bit, will get picked off. And it looks like Hydras are now making their way onto the field. We do have Burrow Groove Spines for that extra range on those Hydras, and also Bile Reconstitution. 2 more Overlords getting picked off, and this Hydra also will go down. A lot of these Phoenix on very low health as well, which is important to note. We do have extended thermal lance going down. This is actually very smart from Oops, forcing the Zerg into getting those Hydras with that mass air. These Colossus then become very effective, as they will eat through those Hydras. It looks like we may see Oops move out, trying to take his 3rd. That probe is on its way, but it will find pretty quickly that it is unable to actually lay down that Nexus. Looks like we may even have an engagement coming up pretty soon. This Void Ray is running for his life back to these Stalkers and Colossus. And yeah, it looks like this probe is trying to lay down the Nexus, but it just can't do it. Looks like, whoa, the Protoss units just missed out on the chance of cutting off the Zerg units, where they would have been in a very poor position. A lot of two Phoenix getting picked off. A nice pick up there for Mr. Bree. As you do see Spy Tech coming down. Extended Thermalights about to finish, and also Ground Armor level 1. We do have Carapace level 2 and Missile Attacks level 2 coming down for Mr. Bree. And also the Infestation Pit coming down as well. Those infestors are very, very good at dealing with Protoss. They, not only with that fungal growth, but also with that neural parasite, being able to take control of those Colossus. We do have a huge engagement. Zerg forces moving in, getting a pretty good concave. The Phoenix is being annoying though, lifting up units. We do have them sort of moving in, trying to target down all these units. Those are models though dealing a lot of damage to the Roaches, and Hydras finally, if they do pick off one Colossus, they will pick off the second model as well. But Colossus doing so much damage to these Hydras. Both Immortals go down. Looks like the Colossus is so low on health, and yes, will it fall? Will it fall? It does escape on 1 health. No way. It will get picked off though from the rear. I thought it was going to live there for a second on 1 health, and that would have been quite amazing. Another thing that is important to at least comment on is this good creep spread from Mr. Bree. Perhaps could stretch a little bit further out, but there are certainly a lot of tumors that he is able to work with. And we do have a little attack coming in from Mr. Bree, able to reinforce slightly faster than the Protoss units, and trying to move sort of straight into the main. Gets denied, so he may choose to go into this natural, or he may choose just, not the natural, sorry, the third, or he may choose just to abandon it. He is poised to take action at the third. Moving in, Lings go around the back. Phoenix picking up the Hydras. Roach is doing a lot of damage though, and more and more units streaming in. The Colossus do come in from behind, trying to sandwich the units in. All of the Protoss forces though at this third have been taken down, and a Colossus does fall. More and more units following after this Colossus, trying to take it down. That Nexus is finishing up. I'm not sure whether that was the best idea. He obviously decided not to cancel it, but a gateway goes down. Looks like another gateway will fall as well. More and more pylons too, and looks like this Nexus will go down. 400 minerals will be wasted. If we look at Mr. Bree's vision, he does scout this top base as well. That is a big loss to Oops. And that Corruptor does get picked off as well. 3 more Corruptors on the way, getting 2 free shots off of that Colossus. That cannon do a bit of damage. Roaches at the main now though, in a bad position against that Colossus. That Colossus taking damage, though, will go down, and yes it does. Now a lot of Roaches and Hydras moving in, and nothing really to take them down. And there is the GG from Oops, and a fantastic game from Mr. Bree. Really, really well played. And dominating with that Zerg, just denying all of those expansions, and yeah, really holding that together. So that is game number 5, all over and done. That is SPR 3-2 up in this best of 7. 1 more win to clinch it, and 2 more wins needed from Vietnam. So join me in game 6, please, because this is a fantastic series.